What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Wangari. How are you doing? How is your day? How is your life going? So before I start this video, I want to preface it by explaining myself a little bit, okay? I'm well aware that all the examples I give in my videos most of the time are going to be an Ivy League school or a top 20 school. And I want to just explain myself because sometimes I feel bad, but it's simply because I'm not trying to brag, okay? I'm not trying to be elitist. It's simply because those are the schools I have experience with. When I was applying, I focused on top 20 schools in the US because of practical reasons, financial aid. The higher ranked the school, the bigger the endowment, the more money they have to spend on international students like me and pay for financial aid. So I'm not trying to be inherently elitist. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to say that everyone should aspire to Harvard. Everyone should aspire to Yale. No, absolutely not. You don't have to go to an Ivy League university to become important. Like, Harvard is lucky to have me and all the other students there and not the other way around, because without all the amazing students who go to these institutions, they would not have the reputation they have. And so please, as you watch my videos, don't feel like you have to want to go to like Harvard or Yale or Princeton or Columbia or whatever. I'm not trying to do that. Today, I want to make this video solely to focus on other schools that don't get talked about enough, that number one, have really good financial aid for international students, or number two, have really good merit scholarships. So another thing is I always focus on financial aid. I'm always talking about grants and stuff like that. I barely talk about merit scholarships. I don't talk about loans at all. And again, it's because I have no experience with them. And so I've been doing my research and I've been collecting all the opportunities I can find from various colleges across the US, and I'm going to share about 30 to 35 of them with you today. It's going to be a long video. I will leave timestamps down below. I will leave all my resources. Most importantly, I will link a document, a PDF or a Google Doc of where I've compiled all my resources. Like, if you've watched any of my videos, you know I like to come correct. Look at this. Look at this. That's a document. Okay, that's a document. So I've listed the name, the college, I've put a link, and I've put in what it covers and the requirements. So if you're interested in any of these scholarships, check the PDF linked down below. Please. Let's start. So my criteria for these schools was number one, really good financial aid, 20,000 any scholarships and above, or half tuition fees, whatever. That's the criteria I used to compile these resources. So number one is the Mastercard Foundation. So the Mastercard Foundation has partner institutions in the US, in the UK. They have in so many countries, but I'll focus on the US for now. So for example, in Wesleyan College, they have a scholarship where they give you full tuition, room and board. And so when you're applying to a school like Wellesley, you just, is that how you pronounce it? Wellesley College. You submit your application through the Common App to Wellesley, and you also submit an application for the Mastercard Foundation. Number two is the King Morgridge Scholarship at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. So the King Morgridge Scholars Program provides exceptional students from low-income countries with a full scholarship to the University of Wisconsin-Madison. So you apply to UWM and then you apply to the King Morgridge program. I've heard this scholarship is really fancy. Apparently they like go for spring break in the private jets of this family. So I would like spring break in a private jet. You know, maybe I'll just shake my ass on a yacht in Dubai. I'll run through the application instructions really quickly. The application is by February 1st. You'll need to apply through the WISH University portal. And then for the King Morgridge Scholarship, the deadline is February 8th. The contact is kmscholars@admissions.wisc.edu. All on the screen, all in the links. Number three is the King Scholars at Dartmouth College. I know I said I won't be focusing on Ivy Leagues, and Dartmouth is literally an Ivy, but I'm sorry, this is a really good opportunity. So the King Scholar Leadership Program seeks low-income students with high potential from developing countries who are interested in alleviating poverty in their home countries. So it's eligible for all international students who apply to Dartmouth, and there's no extra application. So if you apply to Dartmouth and you have financial aid needed, I think this is a need-based one, you are are automatically considered. The fourth one is the Boston University Presidential Scholarship. There is no extra application needed from what I could see on the website. If you want to be considered for the scholarship, however, even though there's no extra application materials needed, you have to apply early by December 1st. So the deadline is December 1st. And this is a $25,000 tuition scholarship, renewable for 4 years. So you get $25K every year for 4 years. The fifth one that I think is a really, really good one, I think this is the best one out of all the ones I could find, is the Robertson Scholars program at Duke and University of North Carolina, Carolina, Chapel Hill. Pardon me, it's the colonizer's language, so I struggle. The Robertson Scholars Leadership Program welcomes applications from all students, regardless of nationality and scholarship. So if you go onto the Robertson's program website, you'll find a place where you have to apply. I think you also have to apply to University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and Duke. I'm not sure. If you want to go to Duke, this could be a really good opportunity. Number 6 is African Leadership University Presidential Grant. So this is not in the US, so I cheated here. ALU is in actually Mauritius. So eligibility for the ALU presidential grant is based 100% on demonstrated financial need, and there are 3 levels of the grant. So you get 5,000 USD each year. I think ALU is a great school and people don't talk about it enough. So this is an ALU plug right there. Number 7 is Minerva. Minerva schools at KGI, okay? So Minerva is merit-based and need blind. So they are one of the few schools that need blind, where your financial aid does not affect whether you get in. Minerva is really good. You go to like 6 different cities in your 4 years. If you want to read more about Minerva, links in the description. It seems like a really cool school. Number 8 is American University Emerging Global Leader Scholarship. So the AUEGL scholarship covers all billable expenses, full tuition, room and board for 1 international student per year who will need a visa to study in the United States. So if you want to apply for the AUEGLS, that's a really long acronym. Those are many L's and R's. L's and R's. Wow, my ancestors. So if you want to apply for this scholarship at American University, you must apply regular decision. Don't apply ED. Preference will be given to international students who have overcome some type of global and socioeconomic challenge. Minimum GPA of 3.8. So you must be in the top 10% of your class. You must have a commitment to leadership. And then they have like minimum scores you need to get in the TOEFL, IELTS, SAT, ACT, Duolingo. So I'll put all those in the description. The deadline is December 15th. Number 9 is Clark University Presidential Merit Scholarship. So each year, Clark University awards 5 international students the Presidential Scholarship. This covers full tuition, on-campus room and board for all 4 years, regardless of your family's financial need. And it requires an additional 2 essays. The deadlines are in February 1st. But for EA and ED, the deadlines are in December 1st. Number 10 is St. Lawrence University Kenya Scholarship Program. When I found this, I was shocked. St. Lawrence is a Catholic university, okay? And it literally has 2 slots every year for Kenyan students specifically, okay? And it covers full room, full board. It covers everything. It covers tuition, fees, room and board. To be considered for the scholarship, you have to submit your Common App, your transcript, your KCSE results, your SAT results, and 3 recommendation letters and certificate of finance. And the deadline is February 1st. For further information, contact Musa Khalidi, who is the Executive Director of International Admissions. I'll put his email on the screen. All this information, description. Literally, like all those people who message me, Sandra, Harvard is too hard. Sandra, how do you expect everyone to go to Yale? I don't. There are schools like this that are much easier to get into and you don't pay anything. If you don't take advantage of all these resources that I'm giving you, it will not only cause me pain, it will cause your ancestors pain. So don't embarrass your ancestors. Don't embarrass me, okay? Don't embarrass anyone. Moving on swiftly. Number 11, Lincoln University International Student Merit Scholarship. So this is at Lincoln University, and the Merit Scholarship supports students enrolled on an F1 visa. The scholarships are based on merit, and they're calculated based on your SAT scores, your co-curricular activities, and your final year results. So that would be your KCSE results. Students that qualify must submit an application for consideration. So there's an extra application for it. The deadline is February 15th, and what it covers is tuition and general fees. Number 12 is, I feel like I've mentioned this university before, Clark University. Okay, I'm mentioning it a second time. Clark University, they have smaller merit scholarships. So first year students are considered for a Clark scholarship upon completion of their admissions file. The award amounts range from 12,000 to 22,000 USD and are determined based on the high school GPA. So the minimum GPA requirement to apply for these scholarships is 2.0. So before I talked about Clark University Presidential Scholarship, these ones are smaller merit scholarships that you can get that can help you cover your tuition if you're just looking for partial financial aid. Number 13 is University of Arkansas. Okay, Arkansas. University of Arkansas. Fight me. Don't tell me University of Arkansas. Where's the W? Where's the W? That's what I would like to know. Okay, Arkansas. Fight me. Okay, so they have a John and Marie Lavallard. Wow, you guys, hey, is it Majina Zawazungu? Me, I'm struggling. John and Marie Lavallard International Scholarship Fund shall be awarded annually to an outstanding international student with financial need at the University of Arkansas campus. The scholarship will be utilized for tuition, room, and board. And you should send in your application to the international office by March 15th. So if you're interested in studying University of Arkansas, look into this Lavallard International Scholarship. Number 14 is a school that doesn't get talked about enough, that has really good financial aid. It's called Brandeis. Any Brandeis? How many Brandeis? I don't know. Brandeis University, they have a program specifically called the Niwayen, I don't know, International Scholarship Program. So this program is a need-based scholarship that provides assistance to exceptionally accomplished international students who demonstrate strong academic achievement as well as significant extracurricular community involvement. So it covers your full tuition and room and board. Number 15, we are halfway. Michigan State University. So Michigan State has like a bunch of small financial aid packages. So number 1 is the #YouAreWelcomeHere scholarship. I saw the name of this hashtag and I was like, I felt a little weird, but fine. It's called the #YouAreWelcomeHere scholarship. Okay, it's awarded to a select group of international undergraduate students with a commitment to furthering the message by bridging intercultural divides. It's 2,500 annually, renewable for 8 semesters, and an extra application. Hey. What a film video kesho. What? An extra application is needed for it. And then the second one they have is an international tuition grant. So this is a grant that's given to you by the college, and it ranges from 15,000 to 25,000 USD annually. The deadline to apply for this is December 1st. I don't know the deadline for the other one. You can't mix the two though. If you get one, you can't get the other. Number 16 is another school that I think has a really interesting policy but doesn't get talked about enough. It's called Berea College, okay? And Berea College is the only school in the United States that provides 100% funding to 100% of enrolled international students for the first year of enrollment. So the first year, they pay for you everything. What happens in the third and the fourth year, I think, is you're expected to save 1,000 USD. And then I think that's it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think Berea has a very interesting financial policy. And I'll put the requirements for it in the... Berea is not on the Common App. And so the requirements are an international application through the admission portal, a personal essay, a copy of your secondary school records, an international financial questionnaire, 2 admission recommendation forms, and official scores from either TOEFL, IELTS, SAT, or Duolingo. I'll put the link to Wesleyan College down below. You can check it out. Number 17 is Illinois Wesleyan University Presidential Scholarship. So the first one is called the Presidential Scholarship. These are 2 full tuition scholarships awarded each year to highly qualified international students based on their talents, interests, and academic achievements. It's renewable for 4 years and the application deadline is February 15th. They have smaller merit-based scholarships that range from 16,000 to 30,000 USD per year, and you're automatically considered for these. So if you don't get the Presidential Scholarship and you're looking for partial financial aid, you can get the merit-based scholarships for 16 to 30K a year. Number 18 is New York University Wagner merit-based scholarships. So I was really surprised to find out that NYU has merit-based scholarship, because I thought NYU is just like really mean with their financial aid, which I know they are, I've been told. But turns out they have a full tuition scholarship. So there's one called the Dean's Scholarship. It's a full tuition scholarship awarded to applicants based on merit and strength of the application, regardless of degree, program, or area of interest. And then there's the Public Service Scholarship, is half tuition scholarship. So these 2 cover tuition only. So you'd have to pay for room and board, which NYU is in New York, so it will be quite expensive. However, if your dream is to go to NYU and live in the city and be a city girl or city boy, and you can afford to pay room and board, and then they cover for your tuition, I would highly suggest looking into this Wagner merit-based scholarship. I think it really has potential, and I didn't even know NYU has any scholarships at all. Number 19, University of Oregon. So they have an International Cultural Service Program tuition scholarship. So the range is 9,000 to 30,000 USD per year. So again, these are only for tuition, so you would need to cover room and board. University of Oregon, I assume, would be a bit cheaper than other universities because Oregon doesn't have a high cost of living, like example New York. So I think this could be a really interesting one. The Icsp Scholarship has a cultural service component that requires students to give presentations about their home country to children, community organizations, University of Oregon students, faculty, and staff. Icsp scholarships are renewable. So if you're looking to go to University of Oregon and you just need some partial funding, look into this. You can get, they can cover your tuition, and then you cover room and board. Number 20, almost there, Wesleyan University. This one is a really interesting school that I don't hear people talking about Wesleyan enough. So Wesleyan offers financial aid to approximately 30 international citizens per year. However, it's a really competitive school, and so those 30 applicants are out of a pool of about 1,500 applicants, but they have a good amount of financial aid for those 30 students. So if you're looking for partial funding and you want to go to Wesleyan, I think this would be a really promising school. And this is a really interesting scholarship that I don't know if I have Asian people watching my channel, but if you have Asian heritage or Asian friends who are looking to go to the US, please let them know about this. It's called the Wesleyan Freeman Asian Scholarship Program. It provides full scholarships for a 4-year course of study towards a bachelor degree for up to 11 exceptionally able students who come from these countries: China, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, South Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, and Vietnam. So the reason I shared this is because in my mind, I know I've gotten DMs from people who study in Malaysia and I think Indonesia. Like, I'm not like, no, it wasn't Indonesia, Malaysia and the Philippines. So I've had people DM me like, hi, I watch your videos from the Philippines. So if you're watching, please apply to this. It's full, like full for 4 years. This is a really good university. So, and by then Nairobi has really diverse people. So if your parents like come from China, if you're Chinese, if you're Taiwanese, if you're Korean, if you're Singaporean, look into this. You might be eligible. Number 21 is Tulane University. I don't know how to say it. Is it Tulane? Is it Tulane? Anyway, they have 2 really interesting scholarships. The first one is called Global Scholarship. So the Global Scholarship is a partial or full tuition award that is renewable for 4 years. and you must be an international student who is in the top 20% of your class, and you'll get either a partial or a full tuition award. Yani they'll cover your tuition, then you pay for room and board. The second one that's really interesting is called the Sub-Saharan Africa Leadership Award. This is a full tuition scholarship renewable for 4 years. It is awarded undergraduate students from Sub-Saharan Africa. So I'm from Sub-Saharan Africa. If you are too, you can apply for this. They'll cover your full tuition, then you pay for room and board. Number 22 is Hope College. They have what is called a trustee scholarship, and this scholarship is 24,000 USD annually, and it's given to 30 international students who are chosen from the applicant pool. I'm not sure about the deadlines, so be sure to check the link I'll leave down below for Hope College. The 23rd school is called Meredith College. They have multiple scholarships. The first one is called the Impact Scholarship, where it's 20,000 USD annually, and you must have a GPA of above 3.4 or 1100 out of the SAT. So if you have those scores and you apply to Meredith, you could be awarded an Impact Scholarship. The next one is called a Legacy Scholarship. So for this one, they're asking for really high scores. For the Legacy Scholarship, your SAT must be above 1500, or your SAT must be above 34, or you have a weighted GPA of 4.65. So for us Africans, I'm pretty sure SAT or ACT is what you look at. And this covers full tuition, room, board, books, supply, international study, networking opportunities, and other academic enrichment programs with a total estimated value of 210,000 USD for 4 years. 210 divided by 4. 5 carry 1, 2 carry 1. So let's say it's 52. So this Legacy Scholarship is 52,000 USD per year. Bro, that's the whole thing. They're paying for you everything. Wow. Please get a 1500 in the SAT, apply to Meredith College, and get a Legacy Scholarship. Like, I don't see what the issue is. I don't see what the issue is. That's very cocky of me. The next one is Presidential Scholarship. This one is merit based again. They're asking for SAT of 1480, ACT of 33, average GPA 4.3. This one is full tuition and international study, estimated value 165,000 USD for 4 years. Also really good, a bit less than the Legacy Scholarship. The 24th opportunity is Farley, Dickinson University. Farley, I don't know. So this is 24,000 USD per year. It's a merit-based scholarship. They don't require SAT, and it's renewable for 4 years. So if you're interested in getting partial funding, check it out. The 25th school is Whitman College. Whitman is a really, really good school. The specific scholarship I was interested in is called the Garrett Shawwood Scholarship. Whitman College awards Garrett Shawwood scholarships to exceptional applicants who exhibit who exhibit outstanding achievement in academics and leadership. It's prestigious and it's awarded to only 1% of the applicants. They pay for you everything. It's full everything. If you're interested in Whitman College up in Washington, look into it. 26th is actually an initiative. It's not a school. So this is like an external scholarship. It's called Ashinanga why can't I speak? It's called Ashinanga Initiative. So this initiative covers the cost of tuition and other necessary expenses for their scholars. So you apply to the initiative, you get into a US school, and they'll pay for you your costs. At least that's how I think it works. Yes, so you apply to the initiative, you get into a school, and then they'll pay for you the school. I think it's a really cool initiative, and I would like to talk to the founders and just have a conversation as to how such organizations work. Where does the money come from? Is it making a profit? Is it an NGO? Let me know. So if any of you are interested, I'll put the links for it below. They have a couple of requirements. I know it's specifically for orphans. By the way, I forgot to mention this. It's specifically for orphans. So you must have lost one or both of your parents. So I think this is a really good initiative to help people who are like even marginalized further, because you have 1 or 2 less parents than the rest of us do. So I think you should really look into it if you're an orphan. Number 27, guys, I'm running out of saliva. Number 27 is Hillsdale College. Hillsdale College has a presidential scholarship that covers full tuition, room and board, I think. I have not written much about it in my doc because I found it today. But I know Hillsdale College has a specific scholarship program. I'll put it up on the screen right now, that covers full tuition, room and board for 4 years for an international student. So if you're looking to go to Hillsdale, check that out. And number 28, I think, is called Reed College. Reed College is a really good school. It doesn't get talked about enough. It has a really good financial aid policy for international students, at least I think. And from what I could read on the website, and it's a bit easier to get into than these other schools I'm always talking about. Lastly, I have a general link to find more scholarships. These are, of course, not an exhaustive list. This list, hey, I can't speak. Of course, this list is not exhaustive. I try to make it as comprehensive as possible, but it's not. So those are 30 opportunities that you can apply to. My question is, why would you not get one of these? I would like to know. I've given you all the information. I've put the links down below. Explain to me why you would not sit down and apply for these things. No, what is it? You don't want money? You don't want education? People always messaging me, Sandra, we know you go to Harvard, but not all of us can make it to Harvard. Sandra, all your examples are Ivy Leagues. We need other schools. Here you go, guys. This video is absolutely for you. This has been very long and I've spoken a lot. So I hope with every fiber in my heart, from the deepest, thinnest part of my heart, that you will open the description and click those links. Just read about them and then think about it. I'm not even forcing you to apply. Just think about it. Think about all the opportunities you're passing up if you don't apply. You know? Anyway, if you watch till this if you've watched this video till this point, thank you very much. I've not been the most eloquent today. I'm not sure why, but I hope my points have come across. I hope you found some very interesting schools and resources. Again, links in the description. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. I won't even, no, after all the information I've given you, you're not going to subscribe? Don't be disrespectful. Don't embarrass me. Are you not embarrassed that you've not yet subscribed? Thanks for watching. Okay, thanks. Bye.